Hey everybody, I got a box here in the mail, and I also got a whole bunch of books I'm adding to the Bronze Age poll books for New Comic Book Day. You want to see what I've got for both me and you need to stick around. Welcome back, family. Hey, like I said, a whole bunch of books here that are for you guys, just one for me. All right, so let's just jump right into this. Welcome back, family. Timo Hana here. I'm your host, Rich. I got to cover the basics. There was one other thing that I got this week, which it's not even comic related, but it is another thing that I collect, which is rare metals rather. Just kind of try to diversify my collection a little bit. I mean, I pick up, like grams, yes, grams of gold, palladium, platinum. I just got my first palladium and platinum. I'm going to be getting them in soon. Yay. But I always loved silver. Silver is just, it's actually the most conductive metal. This is why is gold so expensive? Because it doesn't tarnish. Silver does. So you can leave it in conductors and not have to worry about it inside a computer, whereas silver, you would have to worry about its conductivity over a period of time. Yeah, I always watch for bargains, man. Just me. I try to find bargains, and once in a while I do get lucky. And unfortunately, this one's at the. I feel bad about this one a little bit, but I don't, and I'll explain why. So, sometimes people make a mistake with their listing. Okay, they put in the wrong information or whatnot, and I was looking for a 5-ounce silver bar, like an ingot. Just figured it would be cool to have a 5-ounce silver bar. I have a 5-ounce silver coin, actually. But I wanted to get a 5-ounce silver bar. So I'm going through, and I saw one, and I looked at the picture. I'm like, that looks kind of interesting, but the odd thing is that it says on the bar, 10-ounce silver bar. I'm like, but the description very clearly says 5-ounce. So did a guy put the wrong picture or whatever? And I scrolled down, and, where you could add... sometimes they put additional information or updates or whatever. In any update, it said, I made a mistake in the listing, but since people had already bid on it, he couldn't remove it. This is actually a 10-ounce bar. You will be getting the one in the picture. I'm like, well, I'm interested, especially if I can get it for the 5-ounce price. That'd be fantastic. So I watched it, and towards the end, it passed the raw value. So let's just say silver is worth, say, $30 an ounce. It's actually like 32 or something, but for math purposes, we're going to say it's $30 an ounce. So a 5-ounce bar would be 150. But usually if that would be like a blob of 5 ounces of molten, like raw unprocessed silver. You're going to pay a premium to get it in an ingot, which is already certified. So instead of it being 150, it might be, say, like 165, 170, 180, something like that. If it is a 10-ounce bar, then it would be worth 300. But a 10-ounce ingot bar would be more like 350, something like that. So I figure, you know what? I can't lose if I just pay the raw metal price. So I made sure that I put my maximum bid at, say, 300, whatever was the current price of silver. I would be willing to bid up to at least its raw value. It's not my fault somebody else didn't bid against me. Okay, so it actually wound up going for like 220, 230 or something like that. And I mean, again, I felt bad, but I didn't make the mistake on the listing, and I was also willing to bid up to a fair price. Nobody else did, so it's not my fault that it didn't reach that value. You know what I mean? But by the same token, if I'm able to buy a $20 bill for $12, I'm going to do that all day long. It came in, and yeah, nice, giant, solid, very, very thick. I mean, it's almost a pound. 10 troy ounces. I don't know how much a troy ounce is compared to a regular ounce. Let's just say it's exactly the same. So that would make it 10 16ths, 5/8, 62% of a pound. There you go. 62.5%. But yeah, it's an APMEX. You can see the reflection on this thing. Look at, there's my keyboard. You can see, read it right off the reflection on that. But that's my heaviest. Boy, imagine if that was silver. I mean, if that was gold. Jeez. It made a clunk. All right, so that's the other thing that I did get as a mail call this week. It just kind of made me feel a little cool. Now, what books am I adding to the Bronze Age giveaway box? I think I got 10 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 books that I'm adding. So, give away 2 or 3, add another 9. It's great. Now remember, these books are given away on New Comic Book Day, where I try to make sure that I throw at least 1 or 2 books in with the new comic books. You don't have to choose anymore if you win. You just get the books that you've seen, no problem. And if you're there in the live stream, I'm going to pull an additional book for you. Just really, really upping the game here on the giveaways, because honestly, we're having a lot of fun with it. All right, so let's get right into this. One book in this it's not a Bronze Age book. I'm sorry. But I didn't think anybody was going to say no to an X-Force number 2, second appearance of Deadpool. So I got that as a copy of that. That one's going into the box. We've got a nice 12-cent Silver Age, World's Finest, number 180. World's Finest is not everybody's favorite, but when you see Superman lifting up Batman like that, I figure that's just based on the cover alone, people would want to have that one. I was hitting the W's, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 7 books, they're all Wonder Woman books. Cool cover of number 220, which is a 25-cent book. Bondage cover there. We've got number 237. It's a 35-cent book. Diana Prince showing a lot of leg there. Showing a lot of something. Oh, this is a cool one here. Wow. This is actually a cool cover. I like this. A 35-cent book. It's a newsstand, which of course I think they all were. Yeah, they pretty much were. Yeah. Number 239, which shows Wonder Woman with the original Flash. Check that out. Being attacked by the Statue of Liberty. Wonder Woman, this is a double-sized book. So at 25 cents, you know it's good as Diana Prince as Wonder Woman. Double-sized 25-cent book, which puts it in like the 15-cent range. This is Wonder Woman number 198. Let's see. 20-cent book, Wonder Woman number 202. We're going to throw in a Wonder Woman number 182, 12-center there. Look up and die. And a 184, really, really cool cover. This one's a little bit on the rough side, but it is a really cool cover. The Last Battle, 15-cent Wonder Woman. So yeah, actually, forget the fact that Bronze Age, I'm throwing in Silver Age books in this giveaway, and no matter what I try to do in this giveaway, it still does not compare to Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics. You know it on Only Slabs. Not only he's got the best box, but he gives away 2 7-book polls per show. One day I'll hit the lotto and I can compete. Jeez. And it's even if you're not the winner, you still get to wonder what books is the winner going to get, and how many points does the blood pressure of Chris go up this week? All right, so. Got myself a box here. I'm excited about opening this one because this is a good key. And let's try not to drop the box cutter and kill myself here on live, recorded. Most of my streams are live. Okay, if you watch the show most of the time, you know this. But if you're new to the channel, you're watching this for the first time. Would love it if you joined us on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, where we review the cover price top 20 every single week. It is very much a copy. Inspired show from JP's Budget Collecting. He's always done the Comic Tom and CBSI lists. He puts both lists together and gets a good list. And I always watch that every single week. And I decided one week, I'm like, the Cover Price has a hot list too, and nobody's covering that one. I think I'm going to make a show and do that one. Now, is it a ripoff? Yes, it is, but at the same time, I'm giving him full credit for it, so it's not like I'm trying to, it's an homage. That's what we do in the comic book world. We don't steal, we homage. We sample. If I was in the rap industry, right? Music industry, rather. All right, so good news is we got all bubble wrap here, no popcorn, which is the arch nemesis of Rob. So I swear, I think I'm going to send him a box with nothing in it, just popcorn. And then when I meet him up at Heroes Con, he'll deck me. He wouldn't do that. He's too nice a guy. We have masking tape. He's not quite professional, this rapper. He does not use painter's tape. And it has no pull tabs. But it's a securely wrapped book, so I have to at least give him some kind of credits. It's okay. Oh, and also, this book came from Canada. So, thankfully I was able to get this without paying a tariff. Look, I'm not going to take any kind of political side one way or the other. But this it is kind of funny to make a joke about, right? All right. It's coming out. It's coming out. It's not coming out. Yeah, I'll just rip the dang bumper wrap already. All right, let's get the price tag off. Because I don't need the price tag on there. You know what? Let's just get rid of the bag. I'm never really a fan of the bags that are used. I save them for when I have to pack them away, but if it's a book I'm going to put up on the shelf, it's not going to have the plastic bag. It's just an additional form of reflection. And you can tell by looking at the back cover, this is a Silver Age book. Boy, that back cover looks really white and clean. I just want to see. Yeah, this is definitely a cleaned and pressed book. So, no CPR on this one. Crack press resubmit. But, yeah, I'm kind of happy with the way it looks right off the bat. You can see why it got the grade it did. But it's still a nice looking book. And it's not a bad grade. It is a king size special. So it's a double thick. It's a square bound book. And thankfully it is a square bound book that looking at it from the side, I can see a straight edge and read it. I like that it is square bound, that it's not squished so much that the square bound becomes rounded. I always hate that. And there's kind of an art to pressing a square bound book. I get it. I've done it. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. People are like, Rich, just show us the book already. Okay, how about FF number 6? King size special. Boom! In a 7.0. Ah, yes, it is the birth of Franklin Richards and the first appearance of Annihilus. And there are rumors in the rumor mill, and God knows there's 10 million rumors and only 2 turned out to be true, but gotta try it, right? That just as Josh Brolin played Thanos, that we may be getting Henry Cavill playing Annihilus in the Annihilus wave. So that could be a good story. Fantastic Four coming, and if he wants to come to the MCU and not play a character similar to Superman or like Sentry, or somebody that flies and is super strong, Gladiator. No, you want to be a bad guy? Sure, why not? But yeah, boom. I'm sorry, this one will not be going into the random pull box. But definitely will be going up onto the wall. I think that's a good added addition to the collection. Ah, yes. So I still have heard no... I know I got my submission that went in December is now in grading, which is like a 35 business day lead time now. So if you see 30 days, it does not mean 1 month. It means 6 weeks because there's only 5 business days in a week. So every time people go to submit just everything, you got to try to remember that. My other submission, which is a pre-screen, is still in pressing and cleaning. Why am I pressing and cleaning a pre-screen? I just want to have a better chance. I want to see if it makes a difference. I know what my poll percentages have been in the past, with the exception of my very first one, which was 23 out of 25. And while it was fun to get that many back, man, did that hit my bank account at exactly the wrong moment. So I don't do pre-screens that large anymore. Used to, you had to have 25 books to do a pre-screen. You couldn't do less of a quantity. I think it was like 3 weeks after I did the 25 book submission that they said, yeah, you can do it with any quantity. And I'm like, oh, no, you told me. I'm going to be eating ramen for a month. Anyway. All right, guys, I want to wrap this up, and I want to remind you guys, if you're seeing this and you're today here on Sunday, that means you're a YouTube member. And thank you, guys. You can see this is one of those members only. You get the premier access to it. I want to say thank you guys for helping to support the channel, helping cover some of the costs of purchasing these books for you guys, mailing them off and whatnot. It just helps cover some of the bills. It's a nice addition. At the same time, I know that there are people out there that not just subscribe, but really enjoy the content enough to try to help out and be part of the family. Not saying the regular subscribers are not part of the family. You absolutely are. And if you're seeing this, though, on Tuesday, that means that you are just watching this on YouTube. And if you are, and this is your first, especially if this is your first time to the channel, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel. But at the very least, please click that thumbs up there. It really helps the algorithm tell other people, you know what, this video is worth watching. Just, send it out to them. And drop a comment. I'd like to know what kind of books you've been getting in your mailbox. Hopefully they're not folded. No subscription increases anymore. Guys, thank you again. Don't forget, like, subscribe, click on those notifications so you know when more videos are dropping, like our Monday Cover Price Top 10 and our Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, New Comic Book Day, and giveaway every single week. Those books will be part of the drawings that everybody gets every single week. New comics and old comics. One big boom. Thank you so much. Until I see you in the next video. Mahalo.